changeout. Thought the cutter was really good today. Got some swing and miss on it, and also filled zone with it pretty good. Also some things where naturally it's gonna happen. Thought I found my changeup, which was nice. Didn't have that last inning, so
In terms of cutter usage, is that something that you're comfortable using with guys both right-handed and left-handed?
yes, those are really good.
Mark. What was it like facing Mark Vientos in a competitive situation?
It was good. It reminded me of the last time I faced him in YVP. Just tried to get ahead of him, and he's a good hitter. So it was awesome to see him out there.
Weird facing a bunch of guys you have no scout reports on, most of you probably never faced or even in some cases heard of.
Yeah, it's funny because honestly, that's how most of last year was for me. Just because I really didn't see anybody for the first time, So it was kind of just roll out there like another spring training outing, but it was a lot of fun.
Dan?
When you're working on a new pitch like the cutter, do you use it more often than you normally would just because you want to try it out in different circumstances or maybe different hitters just to see how it plays in various situations?
Yeah, I think that's the early development with the pitch. That's what the theme of spring has mostly been. And then when it comes to competitive environments like this, it's just see where spots we can throw it in, and we kind of have a general goal going into what it's supposed to be. But if I find some spots hey, my fastball's not really in zone, and right here, let's pick a spot to use the cutter, which I thought we did especially well in the first inning.
Has anything about it surprised you about the pitch, its effectiveness, or what it looks like?
Yeah, throwing in zone, which is huge, even though it's not much different compared to my slider in previous years. So I think it was just a shift of intention with it, which seeing it take off is really, really nice.
Well,
Jonah, it seemed like a little bit fastball heavy in the first inning, and then towards the second and that third, you started adding in all the extra pitches with the slider, even a curveball, I think, at least one. Was that something also planned or to work on after the first, or what was some of the structure in the outing like that?
Yeah, I think just going into it, just seeing what the hitters do, I thought that was a big part of it because everything you're trying to read hitters as much as possible and just pick your spots. At the same time, it's also like a chess game, right? You don't want to throw your cards out there when it's too early. So I thought that we deployed it right, and happy with it.
And also, I guess my observation, was there some kind of issues with the mound being wet too, even with your big delivery? Was that any impact or effect at all on you?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have different situations. Obviously, you had a little bit of rain in there, but I thought it was just a great opportunity to pitch through some adversity. And again, you're gonna find yourself like that, whether it's rain, snow, too much heat, no. So that was nice.
All right. Thanks a lot, John.